la la! Today we're going to draw a gorgeous stiletto heel shoe, glittery and colourful, starting with heart detail. Now let's do the outline of the shoe. Pointy toe. Up we go. And back around. Down the frame. Inside. Some stripes. And our heel. Right, time to paint. Let's start with gorgeous peach for the inside. That's our inner sole. Now, sparkly yellow. Wow, look at that. That's the inside edge. There. And the rim. Going around our heart carefully. And our heart must, of course, be red. Well, you don't have to do it red. You can do it any colour you like. Purple next. We're going to paint each segment a different colour to have a gorgeous rainbow-coloured stiletto-heeled shoe. Green next. You could alternate two different colours, do different shades of the same colour. It really depends on what you like the best. Red looks lovely. Turquoise next. And pink. Gotta have some pink in there. Up and down, keeping inside the borders. Brilliant! Green next. And done! Time to paint our heel. Royal blue. Side to side. And up. There! That was easy, wasn't it? What a wonderful shoe. I would love to have one just like that in my wardrobe, wouldn't you? Hi friends, today we're going to draw and paint a living room. That's right, a gorgeous lounge starting with a sofa. We have to have one of those in our lounge, don't we? We're going to have a nice, long, cool, retro sofa in our lounge. Gorgeous! Next, let's have a picture on the wall. Maybe a painting or a photograph, what do you think? Finishing the frame off, there, a picture of mountains. Gorgeous. Let's do a couple of lights on the wall, one either side of the picture, I think. Lovely light shade there. Coming out of the wall. Now, what else will we have in our living room? I know, how about a plant? Bit of greenery always looks fantastic. How about two? One on either side of our sofa. We can do a wiggly-leaved plant in this one. Maybe you could even do some flowers. Yay, let's paint! Yellow first. We're going to do every other stripe of our wall lamp. And pink in the middle. Next we're going to do silver for the metal part. And red where it attaches to the wall. Let's do the other light exactly the same. Do you have these kind of lights coming out of your walls? Maybe you have a side table and a table lamp. Perhaps you have a pendant hanging from the ceiling. Right, we're going for purple next to do the frame of our lovely mountain picture. And blue for the sky, because it's a gorgeous sunny day. Carefully going around the sun and our triangles which made our mountains. Done! Now we're going to do a yellow sun. Gorgeous green mountains because our mountains are covered in forest. Maybe you'd like to do snow-topped mountains. Maybe even a sunset. There. Green is going to stay on our brush for the plants. And a bit of gold for the rim of our pot and brown to finish it off. Let's do our sofa next. Red for the main part. Followed by turquoise for the seat cushions. Wow, I would love to have a sparkly red and turquoise sofa, wouldn't you? What colour shall we do the bottom part and the arms? How about yellow? That will look fantastic against the turquoise and the red. Maybe your sofa has some cushions on it too. Purple leg. And finally, our last plant will be green. Squiggly line, squiggly line. If you wanted to, you could do different shades of green, even on the same leaf, to show some shadows. Gold for the pot rim. And brown for the rest. You could even do a pattern on the wallpaper if you wanted. Ta-da! There! A gorgeous living room. Lovely. Hi kids, today we're going to draw and paint some of your favourite toys. Do you have a favourite toy? Can you guess what this is? That's right, it's a ball. All you have to do is draw a big circle shape and then decorate it with any pattern you like. We're doing some curvy stripes. The curves show the round shape of the ball. Red for the first stripe. What colour shall we do for the second one? Yellow! What a wonderful idea. That stands out really well next to the red. Now what kind of games can you play with the ball? Let me see. Catch, football, netball, rugby, but that's a different shaped ball. Maybe even ping pong. What's your favourite ball game? Pretty pink stripe, lovely. Next we're going for green. We like variety. It could even be a ball hanging from a Christmas tree. Look at it sparkle. And we are done! Brilliant! Well done! Next, we're going to learn how to draw one of your all-time favourite toys. Now, can you guess what it is from the outline? Just copy our shape. You can pause the video if you need to. That's right, it's a duck. Now, where might you play with a toy duck? In the bath, perhaps? Maybe it's one of those ducks that lights up when it hits the water. Maybe it's one of those ducks that squirts water at you. Gorgeous yellow with a pink wing. What colour would you like to paint your duck? Let's do a turquoise blue eye. And finally, the beak is going to be gold. Lovely. Quack, quack. Right, what's next? Can you guess what this is? I'll give you 3 guesses. A pile of books? No. A light? No, that's not a toy. That's right, it's stacking rings. Did you ever play with these when you were a baby? They're brilliant. You get big ring, a medium ring, a small ring, even smaller, and you have to stack them in the right order. They're usually lovely rainbow colours. We're going to do ours nice and bright too. So we've got turquoise blue, followed by bright pink, followed by even brighter green. So you just do lots of long oval shapes with a triangle on top. Each one is smaller than the one underneath it. Yellow next. So that triangle at the top is the top of the stick that we stuck our rings on. That's going to be purple. Almost there. Done! Excellent stacking rings. Next, I'm going to see if you can guess what this is. A circle, a rectangle, another circle with a smaller circle inside. Rectangle. A circle there, a semicircle there, another rectangle and another. What could it be? That's right! It's a train! Do you have a toy train? Or maybe a train set? I love those ones that link onto each other. Even the ones that go on the wooden train tracks and you can fill the whole floor with train tracks. This is gorgeous red and green. Beautiful. What are your favourite colours? What colour is your train? We're going to use pink for the front. And purple! It's going to be our wheels. Round and round and round, just the big part, leaving the middle part empty. The end is going to be purple too, and a yellow window. And the back side. And the inner wheels too. And there you have it, a very nice, colourful train. Excellent! Last but not least, we are going to draw my all-time favourite. Da-da-da! It's a rocking horse! That's right! Now if you find it a little bit tricky to do the outline, then you can pause the video as you go along and just do one bit at a time. Right, ready to paint? Starting with a gorgeous natural peachy rosy colour, we're going to paint the main body of our horsey. Shall we give it a name? What do you think it should be called? Harry the horse? How about Henrietta the horse? What do you think? We're going to use brown for our wooden bottom part. That's the rocker that it is set upon. And the tail is going to be brown too, and the mane. So that's our horse's hair. Now we're going for purple. We're going to do a purple saddle. Lovely. What colour shall we do the eye? Blue! What a great idea. And yellow at the bottom. There you go. It's a beautiful rocking horse. Well done. Bye. Hi friends, today we're going to teach you how to draw a gorgeous colourful dress. We're going to do it on a hanger, just like if you saw it first time in your favourite shop. Start with the straps and the neckline, completing the hanger. Then we're going to do the waistline, a few creases, and start drawing a petal effect to layer the bottom part of our dress. Bigger petals for the next row. And one more. Adding an extra petal for each layer. So we start with 4, then 5, then 6. How many do you think we're going to do on the bottom row? That's right, 7. So we add one more each time. Time to shade in the border. Nice dark black to thicken it up. There, time to paint. Let's do it a gorgeous pink. What's your favourite colour? I do love this rosy pink. So just painting our top half in this colour. And we're going to use red for our neckline. Lovely. And our belt's going to be turquoise blue. Very nice against the pink. Now for our first layer, we're going to use a lovely bright green. Almost a minty green. If you don't have the exact shade, you can always mix it together with white if you want to make it a bit lighter, or a tiny bit of black if you want to make it darker. What shall we do next? Yellow! That's right, let's keep it in the family, green and yellow. We can call these our citrus layers, like lemon and lime. One more yellow petal. I'm calling them petals because they look just like petals. Orange. Wow, it's starting to look like a beautiful rainbow. 1 and 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Fantastic. Which colour shall we choose for the final layer? Red, that's right. Let's keep shading it darker each time. Green to yellow to orange to red. Gorgeous. You can, of course, use any colours you like. You can even do multicoloured layers. Why stick to one colour? Once you've painted your colours and they're dry, you could add patterns if you like. Maybe some hearts or stars or flowers. Whatever you like the most. Almost there. And done! Great job! One word to say to you, diamond. They say diamonds last forever. And here we are, showing you how to draw just that. Start with the outline, and then we do the prisms in the middle by drawing a few triangles, a line across, some more lines to form, 3 more triangles, long ones this time, and there you have it. Now let's just shade in the border to make it nice and thick and bold black. That will really make our colours stand out when we paint it. Let's get our paints ready. Which one should we go for first? Yellow! Yeah, let's go for yellow on the top left-hand corner. We know that diamonds are usually transparent, or there can be other colours too, but ours is going to be rainbow coloured. So we're going for orange in the middle. Nice pale orange. What do you think would look good on the right-hand side? How about red? I think so too. We're getting darker in our colours from yellow to orange to red. Nice use of shades there. Did you know that diamonds have the highest hardness of any natural material? And most diamonds are aged between 1 billion and 3.5 billion years. Now we're doing green in the middle bottom segment. Sets off the other colours nicely. Isn't it just amazing how when you hold a real diamond or a crystal up to the sunlight, the prisms in the diamond break up the white light into the rainbow? So here we are, creating just that effect with our paint. Let's do red again, this time in the left-hand corner. I do love a bit of red. A nice rich red. Beautiful. So we're using different shades of the same colours here too. So most diamonds are formed deep beneath the Earth's surface. That's between 150 to 250 kilometres, or 93 to 155 miles below the Earth's surface. That is a huge amount of pressure. Now we're doing purple, my favourite colour, on the right hand side. Look at those colours, they really stand out. Now if you really want to make it bright or deeper colours, you can let the first layer dry and then paint on top of it again. And you can, of course, use any colours you like. We're just using the ones that we think look great together. Carefully painting in between the black lines. And there, right, 2 more segments to go. What should we do next? Blue, yeah, a bit of royal blue there to set off the yellow and the orange. Lovely. Little bit of precision here. Now, last but not least, we're going to go for pink. Beautiful. Now we're almost done. And there we have it, a gorgeous rainbow diamond. Hi friends, how are you today? I hope you're very well indeed. Today we're going to show you how to draw a beautiful princess and paint her too. Ooh, how exciting! So we've drawn the hair and the face outline, and now we're doing the facial features, the eyebrows, the eyes, got some lovely lashes there, and the pupils. Lovely. A little cute nose and a smiley mouth. Let's do her neck and her shoulders. Drawing a collar line for her beautiful dress. And the top part and a belt. Her arms. And hands. She's wearing beautiful gloves. And look at that gorgeous flowing hair. Nice bun too. So, time to do the rest of the dress. We're going to do some frilly layers because a princess must have frills. There, thickening up the border. That thick black border really makes the colours stand out when we paint it. Excellent. We're going to start with yellow. Being very, very careful, using a thin paintbrush to paint in and around the black lines so that we don't go over the eyebrows or the lashes or inside the eyes by accident. So you can use a really, really slim tip paintbrush to go around the facial features, and then for the wider bits to paint you can use a thicker paintbrush. Beautiful. I must say, she does look very happy. Painting the neck. There, and the arms. Brilliant. Finishing touches of that colour. Now we're going to colour her hair in, and it's going to be brown. Can you think of any princesses who have brown hair? Maybe a Disney character. Who can you think of? Perhaps Snow White? She was really a princess, wasn't she? Rapunzel? No, she had blonde hair, didn't she? Her hair was yellow. How about Princess Jasmine from Aladdin? Maybe the Beauty from Beauty and the Beast. She was sort of a princess. Who's your favourite princess character? Lovely floaty long locks. Carefully painting in between the black lines again. And if you wanted to make it really interesting, you could do different shades of brown in her hair to make it look like the light is shining off it. Little streaks of lighter brown and darker brown. You can lighten that colour by mixing it with a bit of white or mixing it with a bit of black to darken it. This is a nice simple way to paint it. Last bit of hair there. And you can always use colouring pens or crayons or pencils if you don't fancy painting. There! Excellent, time to do the dress. Lovely bright pink shoulder pads. Beautiful. What colour do you like? Pink gloves to match. Let's look at what colour paints we have. We have bright pink, then we have yellow, we have a lovely bright green and an orange too. So what colour shall we paint the rest of the dress? Any ideas? Let's do the belt to match the gloves and the shoulder pads, but leave the middle section out because it gives a bit of variety. We can paint the bottom section in the dress pink too. Lovely, luscious, bright pink. Wow, that is a sight for sore eyes. You can, of course, choose any colours you like, but it's quite a nice idea to match up the same colour in different parts of the costume, just like we've done here. Brilliant, good job! Let's do a green hairband. It stands out nicely against the brown hair, doesn't it? And to match, we'll do green for the top half of the dress. Keep going, you're doing a brilliant job. And you can layer on thicker paint if you want the colour to be slightly brighter or darker. You could even do patterns on your dress, maybe some stripes or zigzags or even stars or hearts. These bright colours of her clothes really do stand out against her hair. Right, time to colour the eyes. I know, let's do blue eyes. Gorgeous, leaving a little speck of white in there so it looks like they're shining. And blue in the centre of the belt. Just the mouth now, just the tongue, that will be red. And there you have it, a beautiful princess.
Subscribe and watch more. Chiki